What's going on, guys? We got some Russian gameplay here on Invasion, I think, with the MP5K with extended mags and the M93 Raffica as my secondary with a silencer. And I think I'm using Marathon, Stopping Power and Ninja Pro, all of them Pro actually. And the M93 Raffica and the MP5K are a goddamn good combo, I think. Like, the MP5K is just a beast at close range. And right there, I'm sorry, I missed the Bad Company 2 where you switch weapons with the scroll wheel. And in this game you switch weapons with the numbers 1 and 2. And so I pulled out my Semtex by accident when I meant to pull out my trusty sidearm. That wasn't good. And yeah, we start off with Painkiller, not a good start. That's what you gotta expect that when you rush. Sometimes things just don't go your way. But rushing is a lot more fun than camping, I gotta say. And when you do well, it's a lot more rewarding. And the MP5K, I gotta say, I love this gun. It's a goddamn beast. Well, it's not that beastly, but at close range it's beastly. And it's got so much character and like unique characteristics about it in this game that, wow, that sounded really gay. But it doesn't matter, I love to use this gun. It is an absolute joy to use. Oh man. I would, if this gun was a woman, I would do dirty things to it. But that's beside the point. Some people are gonna say, I'm guessing, that this isn't true rushing, and you know, I'll admit I'm not you know, completely running around non-stop, which you might consider true rushing, but you know, that's stupid. You can't constantly run around non-stop. You got to stop and think about the situation a little bit, use some kind of tactics, because rushing is, in my opinion, a hell of a lot harder than camping or playing defensively, even though I like to do both from time to time. Not necessarily camp, but you know, play defensively. And free-for-all especially, you just kind of have to. But I mean, you can't do well by constantly running around all the time, and you can't do well by just sitting in a corner all the time. You got to play in between those two extremes. You know what I mean? And I just got my Pavlo. You know, I gotta say, I used a pretty bad kill streak setup for this game. I had it set to 7, 9, 11, Harrier, Pavlo, AC-130 I think, and that was not a good idea. When you're rushing, you don't generally want to run very high kill streaks, because 7, 9, 11 is, in TDM, it's pretty difficult to get to that a lot, and if you're playing defensively it becomes a lot easier, but when you're rushing, besides the fact that you're more prone to dying, you also want to run UAV and counter UAV, because they'll help you a lot more than, in most cases, a lone Harrier will, and that was an embarrassing stun grenade. I'm almost grateful to that guy for killing me there, just so I didn't stun myself. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. When you rush, I'm telling you right now, run UAV, counter UAV, and then a kill streak of your choice. Like, I like running 349 UAV, counter UAV, and Pavlo, but you could run Harrier or AC-130 if you felt confident in your rushing abilities. Maybe if you had the host, like I think I had host this game. And it shows in my score. I think I go 37 and 8, which, you know, it's not the best kill death ratio, but I don't care. It's more about your kill death spread, as I think I said in one of my earlier videos. It's, in TDM especially, it's all about your KD spread. So the guy who goes 5 and 1 is just, you know, not as helpful as the guy who goes 30 and 10. I'm just reading the chat. This guy, Osama bin Laden, if you can't see it, is accusing me and my buddy Silly Ray of hacking, which is fair enough actually. In Modern Warfare 2, there are so many hackers that it's, for just, you know, a new player, it's it's pretty hard to believe people can get a decent score without cheating. And you know, I don't blame him, to be honest. But I think in like 90% of my videos that I put out, you'll see, if you can read the chat, Silly Ray going off at guys that are calling us hackers because it happens so goddamn often. And I'll be like, dude, just ignore it. And he'll always say no, that he can't put up with it. And I don't know, I don't mind that much when people call me a hacker because I mean, I'm gonna post this up on the Steam forum as well, and I'm getting trolled there for being a hacker, even though I'm posting these videos, which I find pretty ridiculous. But whatever, I mean, you can only get banned by VAC if you actually get detected. Reports, you know, don't do anything. It's not like Punkbuster where you can send in evidence and stuff. You know, evidence is pretty subjective. I mean, sometimes it's, you know, the guy's like a clear hacker, but it's not 100% because, you know, like for example, you see a guy twitching around everywhere. I mean, it's pretty unlikely he just has a spazzed out mouse, and you know, it's almost certain he's got an aimbot, but if there's a chance that his mouse is spazzing out, you can't risk banning someone for that, you know what I mean? It's just too risky. Just like if someone has a wall hack, you can't. I mean, unless they're constantly chasing you through walls, like tracing your movement, it's pretty damn hard to tell. Like, all you need to know is just where your teammates are, and you can kind of make a pretty good educated guess at where the enemy is going to be, and especially if you know the regular spawn points, then, you know, pinpointing the general area, well, that's not really pinpointing, is it? Well, guessing the general area of where an enemy becomes pretty easy, or at least a lot easier compared to when you didn't have that great map knowledge, Fuck, I have no idea what I'm talking about. No, I do, I just... Yeah, I don't really. And this part is pretty lame. Called in my payload earlier, and the other team's attack helicopter got destroyed, but my payload didn't come. Because Infinity Ward really knows how to code their game well. Actually, I probably shouldn't blame Infinity Ward. It's probably more Activision's fault pushing the deadline. Because I heard that, or at least I read, and you know, you gotta believe everything you hear on the internet, that Activision was actually the one that told Infinity Ward to just screw dedicated servers, just meet the deadline, because I read that some people found dedicated server files and all that stuff in the game files, but it was never used, it was just scrapped because there wasn't enough time apparently. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of the game. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.